So, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Alright, well, we're back to play the winter of 1915. So, another week, and another bloody war to be fought. And we're still going to be reading the same book, because we have not come close to reading all the facts in it. So, keep using it. And I think that's it. Anything to add? Any thoughts you want to share before the start?
I don't think so.
It's the beginning of the turn, and I guess we'll get back to it later. Alright. Alright. So, round 7, I think, yes, is over. Winter of 1915 on our chart there. And we have a fact ready from the Guns of August.
On the Western Front, the 15th day brought an end to the period of concentration and preliminary attacks. The period of offensive battle began. The French right wing, opening the offensive into German-occupied Lorraine, took an old embattled path like so many in France and Belgium, where, century after century, whatever the power that makes men fight, brought legions tramping down the same roads, leveling the same villages. On the road east from Nancy, the French passed a stone marker inscribed, "Here in the year 362, Jovinus defeated the Teutonic hordes." I thought that was kind of interesting.
And it is raining, so unfortunately there's not much we can do about the rain. Close the door, I guess that may help a little bit. And so here we are. The round started out, as always, with the Austrians. Now, the Austrians, did they battle anything? Well, they battled Albania, but it was empty, right? They sent a man down there and took that.
Yeah.
And then I think they reinforced Venice, and that was it, I think. Moved some guys down in Romania. And the Russians obviously did not have a turn. The Germans came over into Moscow. Took Finland. Oh, actually, the Russians did have a turn. They moved a couple battleships over there to attack the Germans. They did damage a battleship, but that was it. I figured they could at least sink a submarine, maybe? No. So the Germans sent their transport up there with a man, took Finland. They built some guys there. They also built another battleship as well. They took Kiel, took Hanover, Munich, and even Alsace with a couple loose guys they had just laying around. In response to that, the French came in and they retook Alsace completely. They tried to take Munich, however they missed. They moved their fleet in, and the mines hit the French battleship for damage. They pushed everybody forward. They attacked the Austrians, which gave everyone a foothold, and the Italians moved in, but the British forgot to move in. So they built a cruiser there to reinforce the fleet, brought their transports over from 19 here so that the Ottomans couldn't come out and sink them. And that's pretty much it for them. The English pushed their army forward there, forgot that army down there, pushed their entire fleet forward and did not take any damage. Built some submarines and a man in London. And their big focus is down here, where they built 6 men and a tank in India. They had 6 artillery, a man, and a fighter in Persia. And then they also retook Sevastopol with the 6 men that were here. They pushed them forward, retook it. And so now these guys are marching north. And these guys are stuck in combat. And the Ottomans came in, shot down the airplane, of course. And they retook the Smyrna from the French, pushed some guys into Ankara, and that was pretty much it. After that, the Italians did not battle anything. They moved their army into Venice, built 4 men, pushed those up, and brought their transport back from here. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, there was a couple British guys in Belgian Congo. They attacked a couple German guys in Cameroon. They killed the German guys, but the German guys also killed them. So, the Ottomans still control this, as after the Italians went, the Americans took everyone and attacked Albania and brought the 2 tanks from over there and dropped them there too. So now they have a fairly decent army there in Albania. Not very much infantry support though. Brought their cruiser and their dreadnought over here to protect the Atlantic. And the Austrians also built another battleship. Forgot to mention that. They got some guys down here. Send a transport to pick them up. These guys, we got 4 men on the way. A couple more transports and a sub with some guys ready to come over. And I think that's pretty much it for just the general synopsis of the round. Any thoughts?
I thought it was interesting. I tried to build things back up a little bit from where I was.
So,
consolidate.
Overall, I feel like the Central Powers had a fairly decent turn. They looked better after their turns. They are putting a lot of money into Navy, so I guess we'll see if that pays off. And Germany's raking in a lot from Russia right now, but that's what the British are trying to supplement that problem. The Austrians have some troops there too, and actually these guys are all Ottomans, not Germans. And the Ottomans are still making a fairly decent amount of money, but they had to deal with that French incursion, and now the British are pumping a lot of guys out of India. And of course you have the constant American nuisance of Albania. I think they've taken Albania 2 or 3 times now. And then it's just gone back and forth between the Italians, the French that moved in there at the beginning of the game. And it's just, like, I wouldn't say that it's been, like, detrimental to the Austrians, but it's definitely been, like, you know, an annoyance.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess we'll see that. We got a standoff kind of forming off down here between the navies. Obviously, no one wants to attack because the navies are fairly comparable. 3 battleships and a cruiser here to 2 battleships and a cruiser there. And, of course, you got the mines. The Ottomans do have the submarine, which could pass under the Italians and join up with the Austrians maybe, but they'd still have the threat of mines. And the submarines also only have 1 hit. So, definitely a risky gamble there. And, yeah. So, I guess if that's all we have to say, then that'll be it. And I guess we'll see you on the next week. And this is the Guardsman. Over and out.